Now for the wilted spinach, you know spinach cooks down all the way. It's really hard. If you're going to buy it, you want to buy a nice big bag of spinach, something like this. And this will make you a couple nice servings here because it cooks all the way. Anybody cook with fresh spinach? Yeah, a couple people? You know how reduced it goes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our olive oil and get that nice and hot in the pan. Now I talked about sauteing earlier. When you saute, you want to get that pan nice and hot, open up all the pores, put your oil in, and get that oil nice and hot. If when you put your onions or whatever you're sauteing in the pan, if it doesn't jump right away, you're not sauteing, okay? You want to get it nice and hot so when you put that in there, it sizzles and jumps out at you. That's the definition of sauteing, to jump, okay? Put a little bit of fresh ground pepper in our risotto here while that pan's heating up. But you can see our risotto is starting to come up to a simmer. And if you want that to simmer faster, what do? Just put a lid on that thing, right? Not with the paper on it though. Take the paper off. Put that lid on there, let it come up to a nice simmer. And then we'll get this jumping. Now the way to test it, of course, just take a couple pieces, put that in there. Okay, everybody hear that? Yeah, okay, wonderful. Go ahead and put your green onions in there. Some fresh chopped garlic. And this is the wilted spinach that we're making. Can never have too much garlic either. Never have too much garlic. Now you smell our garlic again? Back, all right, beautiful. Okay, once again, don't overcook your garlic because it will become nice and bitter on you. You don't want bitter garlic. Go ahead and put your fresh spinach in there. Okay. And just kind of toss this around. Now spinach doesn't take long to cook at all. It's a real quick dish. So we're just going to swirl that around in the pan. While we're doing that, we're going to pull this salmon out so it's not overcooked on us. Anybody cook with a meat thermometer? Couple people? What do we cook our fish to? Anybody remember? Yeah, 145, 140, 145. Very good. She gets a present. Okay. Good answer, good answer. 145. And that is to make sure that it is safe, okay? Safe to eat. Okay, I see that risotto is boiling over here. So we're going to go ahead and check that, finish this off with the other ingredients. Now once you simmer that risotto down, turn the spinach down a little bit lower. Once you get that risotto reduced there, what we're going to do is go ahead and put in our... We're not putting that one in, we're putting this one in. This is the lemon zest for the risotto. Lemon zest from this one, and a little bit of fresh basil. Okay, and then the Parmesan cheese will actually go in at the end for the risotto. But just let this simmer out here, and that's going to get all that nice zest flavor and aroma and that lemony taste to it from there. Right out of there. And then we'll put that shredded Parmesan cheese in at the very end. Now for our spinach, once we have it sauteed, you can see it's already sauteed down to nothing. We're going to go ahead and put in our bacon. Now this is real chopped bacon here you want to use. A little bit of brown sugar. Okay, our capers. And the capers, you want to make sure that you rinse them off because they're usually soaked in a brine, very bitter. Caper is a little berry that grows on a bush called caperberry. Okay, that's a good question. But I believe they say that it's a berry actually is what it is. Little caperberry grows on a bush. Okay, and we got our rice wine vinegar in here. And then all you do is just simmer that out and you have your spinach done, ready to go. So while that's going, this risotto, you can see it's already cooked. We're going to go ahead and put our Parmesan cheese in there. And then that's finished. And we're almost ready for the dessert. I'm going to finish this off in our bacon, and we'll save that mozzarella. And our last recipe here that we have before our dessert is going to be our golden rice. Now for this, we're going to use some basmati rice. Once again, for basmati rice, you want to rinse it off in a colander. Make sure you get all that starch off of there, and the water runs clear off of there. Okay, that's our basmati rice. And along with that, we have some toasted almonds. We're going to put some toasted almonds on there for garnish. a little turmeric. That's what's going to give it its nice golden color. Some cinnamon sticks. And then we also have some bay leaves that we're going to season that up with, okay? Maybe we'll throw in a little bit of fresh ground pepper as well. Put that in there. Let that spinach go to the side. And we'll start this. We're going to bring this chicken broth. We're going to put that on there and start cooking it. Bring it up to a boil, okay? And then we'll add in our rice, our bay leaves, and our cinnamon sticks. Let that cook out for about 20 minutes, and then we'll finish that off with the garnish. So while that's coming up to a boil, what we'll do is we'll start on our dessert.